Chosen ones, I've seen through my own journey how deluded these narcissists are. They could have discarded you and left you in the worst circumstance, left you hurting and in such severe pain, and they ran off to the other side where they thought the grass was greener. Or you had to run away from them because they put you in such a circumstance where you were forced to leave them. Either way, they both went off to another grass where they thought it was greener, and they were left with nothing more in their minds than wanting you back. That's all they can see. All they can see is somehow getting you back in their life. Even if they're quiet right now, even if it's been some years, even if they've just moved on and you've seen it all over their social media and they've just moved on with someone else or they've had a child, it doesn't matter what circumstance. Believe you me, by them encountering you, a chosen one, they want you back in their lives. They want your loving back. They want your love back. They want your empathy back. They want your supply back. Do you know how much supply you gave them? They drained you of all of your energy. They drained you of all of your resources, possibly. They drained you, and they can't get that supply from nowhere else. And the reason they got that supply from you that built them up so high, that made them start to shine, that made them start to transform themselves into this new character, was because you're chosen. Please press the like and the subscribe button. Help your brother out. It will take 2 seconds of your time. Thank you. But you built these people up, man. Through the time that you was together, you built these individuals up. You built them up, and they threw it back in your face. They threw it back in your face in a myriad of ways. They threw it back in your face through the time that you were together, through the devaluation. They threw it in your face through all of the sly derogatory comments, like devaluing you. They brought it to you through them not appreciating you, not valuing you, not putting enough emphasis on the relationship, not putting enough care into the relationship, and they took you for granted. They took you for granted, and they went running for the hills, and they thought they could find it again. They really believed they could find you again in another body. And do you know what they're doing right now as we speak? They're trying to make someone into you. That's what their master plan is. After, when you fully do that door slam, and you shut that door and you don't let them back in, and they know they can't get to you. It don't matter if they call you on private number. It don't matter if they reach out to you from fake profiles, speaking through another alias. It don't matter what they try to do. If they know that you've done that door slam on them as a chosen one, you've done that door slam, and they can't get back. They are in. All they do is want you back. They're there in their company with their new partner. They're so sick and twisted, they will even try and make their new partner do sexual things that you used to do. They're so sick and twisted, they'll even try and make their new supply look like you. And the thing is, why they run into such trouble is they've encountered, when they've run off to this new supply, this new relationship, they've encountered, I'm telling you now, another narcissist, another psychopath, another sociopath, another toxic individual. Trust me, it's very rare that they would run into a chosen one. And as I've mentioned in the videos before, the only reason why they would be able to run into another chosen one is if God was sending them to finish them off. But they'll be so hung up on you, they won't even recognize there's another chosen one in their life. Remember, we're a tribe, yeah? So they'll tap into certain things that you are doing already, yeah, and it's gonna end the same way. But they're so hung up on you. You have to understand that the reason why I'm making these videos is to make you know your worth and your value. You're very valuable. Yeah, your energy is very valuable. Yeah, and even when you had hardly any energy left, you are still producing more powerful energy and more clean energy than what they produce. Yeah, and what they can produce in this new relationship with the new supply. Yeah, and I'm telling you, I only brought up that example is if they encountered another chosen one, but the real way that God puts it and the universe puts it, it's not like he's even gonna bestow another chosen one in their life. Believe me, they've run into another narcissist, they've run into another sociopath, they've run into another psychopath. They don't know how to function, yeah, without you. They want you back. They want you back in their lives, and I'm not telling you this for you to let them back in. I'm telling you this for you to shut that door on them, because they made their mistake. They made their bed, let them lay in it. They dug their grave, let them lay in it. Let them stay in that grave. Don't give them a helping hand to step out of the depth in the ground. Don't give them that. They're 6 feet under. Don't give them the leverage to get out. Don't give them the helping hand. I know some of you are hurting. Some of you are in pain. Some of you want them back in your lives. But one thing I want to bring to your attention, another thing that I want to bring to your attention is there's something called a divine counterpart. Yeah, your divine twin flame. Yeah, your soulmate, however you want to call it. That's what's destined for you. You have to understand. Yeah, I made a video about the reason why you broke up come from above. In another words, another title, I can't remember. But what I meant in that video is there's something ordained by the universe and God that caused that separation between you two. It wasn't even in their control. Yeah, you have to understand that they had a force behind them that's controlling them. They're fully plugged into this demonic realm, these demonic entities. They're plugged into these creatures that make them function like this. It's not a personality disorder. And God had you protected and made, and when God said, or the universe said, enough is enough, the separation took place. You need to get on your journey. It doesn't matter what age you are. Your journey is there. Don't rush into another relationship, but someone's there destined for you who's better than them. You're worth more than being with someone who is narcissistic. The biggest mistake we make, and we all done it, yeah, we all do it, is we look at them like humans. We look at them like, oh, but if this changed, oh, but if this. Listen, we're dealing with demonic entities. We're dealing with people that when we're looking in their eye, you're looking into something else, and they're looking at you in another way. The way you look at them and the way they look at you is not the same. The way they love you and the way you love them is not the same. The way they aim to please you or aim to please themselves through being with you is not the same. They aim to please themselves through a very sadistic way of causing you pain, of causing you grief, of dragging you through the mud, of causing you all these problems. But they're not powerful. They're very weak. They're very, very limp creatures. Yeah, they're very shallow creatures. They're very weak. It doesn't matter if they're built like it doesn't matter. I'm saying they're very weak for how they are. They can't tell the truth. They can't tell the truth. They lie, deceive, masquerade through life with artificial light. They can't love purely. They can't put themselves in your shoes. They can't rationalize with feeling empathy. They can't even rationalize empathy. They can't feel empathy. They don't have empathy. It's removed from their brain. It's removed from who they are. So this is why, back to the title of the video, they find themselves in a situation where they've made this whole mess. They've left you in the lurch. They've caused you a great deal of pain. They've gone. or they forced you to leave, however the way, and then they find themselves in another relationship, and all they do is think about you. All they do is trying to find themselves, trying to turn the new supply into you. And the thing is, these creatures are so desperate. They're so desperate that they draw for anything. They reach out for anything. They'll go with anything. They take the first thing that's coming, and it's probably a narcissist. It's probably a psychopath. It's probably a sociopath. It's probably something, one of these toxic individuals that they run into, and this new supply is doing narcissistic stuff on them. They both work each other out. They're sitting across from the table from each other, maybe with kids, maybe sitting there looking at each other, knowing they're both narcissists on their wedding day. They you know, and I've mentioned the reason why they rush off and do this thing. They make it look like their lives are moving forward. I'm getting on with my life. I'm getting on with my life. You're out of my life. I don't need you. You're nothing. They send all of these words, and you know what? How can they come back on that when they know inside their heart and their mind that they want to be with you? But they can't tell the truth. They don't know how to function with empathy. They don't know how to put themselves in your shoes to try and approach the situation in a normal human way. Or they don't know how to approach, especially not like a chosen one, with high levels of empathy and high levels of love and stuff like that, and approach it in a normal way. They don't know how to do that. They're devoid of that. There's no point being hung up on these people. There's no point. And it's going to take time, and it's going to take work. But I swear it, if you give it some time, yeah, the longer you go on, you will heal. You will heal from these people. Like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah, I've said it in another video about the light at the end of the tunnel being a train. It's not a train at the end of the tunnel. It's a hard road that you will go down with dealing with these individuals. But there's something beautiful that can come out of it. You gain a lot of wisdom. It's like the universe and God is molding you. It's molding you and shaping you through this pain that you went through. It's shaping you and crafting you into this beautiful character that you'll become. Yeah, believe you me, I know some nights are lonely, and I know some nights you might miss them, and I know some nights you might want them back. But you have to understand that your value is worth more than these individuals. You're worth more than them. Yeah. They will never amount to what you are. They will never be what you are. They will never be able to empathize like you do. They will never be able to love like you do. And that's why they find themselves in this situation, wanting you back. And then all of these beautiful traits that I've listed out through this video about what you are, that's all they want, is that back. They're stalking you. Believe you me, probably by the time if I'm watching this, if I'm making this video, or you're sitting at home later on maybe, however, whenever you see this video, they're stalking you. They stalk and prey on their previous suppliers. And they specially stalk and prey on a chosen one of their previous suppliers. They maintain this. It's part of their day. You know, people will say, oh, how would they have that much time in their day to do all of that? That's what they thrive on. They study. They studied you when they was with you. They studied you. They studied you. They learnt your behavior. It's all learnt behavior. And all of the nice things you think about them, it's all learnt behavior. So they're very good. So they'll see who they're with is a narcissist, their new supply. And it also awakens them to the fact that they are narcissists. You've got to understand this thing. Once they encounter you, it's a huge blow to them. Because slowly when they was with you, they started to realize they're not the same as you. The more longer you were together, the more of these beautiful traits that a chosen one has and you poured that out forth, the more and more they started to realize they're less like you. And when it finally hit the crunch, when they discarded you, or you had to run out of them, and they quickly ran and jumped to a new supply, they realized they don't possess the same traits as you, with a big finale blow. Like, they learned it along the way, but because you were there occupying their mind, feeding them supply, they were distracted, they were boosted up, they were shining, you know, they were building up, they're building up, you're getting less and less and less and less and less. You're giving, they're taking. And this left them, once it's over and you've given them some time, they've truly awakened now to the fact they're narcissists. They've truly awakened to the fact that you're a chosen one. Yeah? And they want that chosen one back in their life. You're that special someone they want back in their life. And that's what, they wouldn't even call it that. You're that main source of supply to feed the demonic entities that harbor around them and reside in them and completely dominate them. Yeah? But don't, these things that I'm telling you, knowing, trying to help you learn that no matter what they told you, no matter things when they said, I don't want you, or we won't be together, or move on, or anything that's kind of indicating for you to just get on with your life separate from them and they want to leave you. Yeah, especially if you discarded. Yeah. Now it's reversed on them. It's flipped round and it's smacked them straight in the face. And they sit there and think. And for every time they forget for a moment about it, they'll remember again, and it haunts them. And the same way that they're clouding your mind now, and still it could have been some time that's gone past, and they're still clouding your mind, and they're still, you know, it makes you ruminate. They're still suffering with with you around their heads. Yeah? You're trauma bonded, or you have a soul tie, a demonic soul tie as I like to call it. That's why you're going through this pain. So detaching from that soul tie. But these people have a tie on their soul too, which is you, which actually brings them down, because your soul tie is pure, it's angelic, it's beautiful, it transcends from the heavenly realms. It's not something dark and demonic and black and, you know, it's not that. They will never equate to what you are, chosen one. And they'll be continuously forever caught up on you. Because you're a rare type of person. You have to look at the normies in the world. Majority of people are narcissistic. Majority of people are sociopaths, psychopaths. It's very common. Like the business world, for example, is filled with psychopaths. You know? It's not always that a psychopath has to go out and kill people or something like that. There's plenty of psychopaths in the government. These top CEOs. There's many psychopaths. And all of these people and all of these personality disorders, the science likes to call them, even though they're just demonically plugged into the spiritual realm of demonic entities. All of these, they're all devoid of empathy. So this is why you're chosen. and you're special because you have a unique gift. Empathy is a gift. It's what you've been blessed with, and it's something they don't have, and they will never have it. So when you bring into the equation that they can never have you, they're left there feeling empty. They can never have you, and they can't even fathom how you function, how you do. They can't even fathom how you didn't go and do the worst thing possible. Maybe take your own life or something like this. They were trying to drive you. It's not even the entities, the demons, the demonic entities were trying to drive you through them being a vessel to take your own life or to do something stupid in your life because of the pain that you're going through. It was to finish you off. That's why I said earlier on about don't help them out the grave, because they was digging the grave for you. You know, they was digging the grave for you. That's a huge amount of supply for a narcissist. Just because the person's not physically there in the life, it's a huge amount of supply. So if someone killed themselves over a narcissist, they'll be hugely satisfied in a very twisted and sadistic way. They'll be hugely satisfied and they'll thrive on it, you know? They would thrive on it. That's why you've got to understand is if you've been discarded or they've blocked you or they're doing a silent treatment or they're doing something like this, this is a huge amount of supply. You might ask yourself, and the other videos might not give you the answer because they'll say to you, oh, but narcissists lack supply. Why would he silent treat me? Why would he do silent treatment? Why would he block me? Why would she block me? Why would she do silent treatment on me? Or whatever, vice versa. But the reason they do that is because it's a huge amount of supply for them. Knowing that they're putting you through that pain and suffering. Knowing that they're putting you through all of that pain. But what you have to know is on the flip side of you going through that pain and then being silent, roles have reversed in their head and they want you back. That's what's happening. And the quieter they are, you'll see it. Eventually, if you keep quiet, a hoover will pop up. They'll hoover you. They'll try and hoover you, but never take them back. You can do better. I've already spoke about the divine counterpart. There's someone empathetic out there. Just don't fall into another narcissist around your vicinity, because plenty of narcissists are around our vicinity. But we're a tribe of chosen people sent to earth, and you could unite with another chosen one, another empath, or someone like that, where you can dwell in tranquility. You don't need this drama in your life. You don't need these narcissists. Yeah? You don't need any more grief from them. So don't worry about the hoover. When it comes, it comes. But you've got to understand that the hoover's done in a way where it's still acting like they don't care. So it might just be a private number call. It might just be something. But this little small gesture is them, which stands for something very major. Yeah? It's them trying to work you out. It's them trying to work out your temperament. It's them trying to see if you've moved on. They're analysing your social media to see if you moved on. I'm not telling you to rush out there, move on just to prove a point to them. You know, standing alone is one of the strongest things you can do. And if you're going through this alone right now, listening to this video, then you're very strong and you're going through this and you will get through it. And I'll just say, don't let the door in. Just slam the door. If they've done some stuff that's so harsh to you and caused you so much grief and they've left you alone and they didn't try and resolve it in like a normal adult way, then it's not worth your trouble. It's not worth your trouble. They're not worth your trouble. And someone's destined better for you. But I've let the video go on quite long. Just remember, they want you back. But don't take them back, man. Don't take them back. You don't want someone like that. You can do better. And there's you know, they know your value, and that's why they want you back. They want you back. It's very clear. Just look for the signs. Those little hoover attempts, you know, they mean more. Think back a bit. Take some time to think. Reflect on things. And begin carrying on this healing journey, or begin your healing journey. and there's no rush, there's no time limit, you know. You just learn how to deal with it, and it's going to shape you into a better person through this experience. Yeah, if you let